Welcome to One Thing Thursday. The sun is shining outside at last. Chelsea have just won the European Championship. All is well in my world. I hope it is with yours. I actually thought about writing something kind of relating to Chelsea's victory, but I thought that people who weren't interested in football, it might turn off, and certainly people who didn't support the best team in Europe wouldn't like it either. So instead, we're going to talk about something different. Do you remember what you wanted to be when you were growing up? I think astronaut figured high on my list for a while, and then Jacques Cousteau's programs promoted becoming a marine biologist above it instead. The fact that my maths is pretty appalling would have put a kibosh to the first anyway, and the fact I don't like swimming only later became an obvious impediment to the latter. So how's your childhood career path working out? I ask just because it's one of our earliest exposures to the fact that life works out differently to how we plan it, and yet we still seem to attach so much importance to things going to plan. Our brain likes certainty, so it's understandable that the stepping stones we lay out into our future gives us a sense of certainty which we find comforting. And yet, if we stop to think about it, how many times has life tried to tell us not to take our plans too seriously? How many wise sayings try to drum it into us? No plan survives first contact with the enemy is one from the military. We plan, God laughs, comes from somewhere else. Among the many lessons from COVID surely must be the sheer uncertainty of life. Nothing we take for granted is actually a sure thing, and yet we pretend it is over and over again because of our brain's love of a future-based comfort blanket. Even worse is that we judge ourselves over whether we're on course with our plans, whether they're as grand as other people's on Facebook, whether they're even the right plan. We're stuck in this illusion that we live in a straight line, that the road from cradle to grave is linear and there's a right road to take, instead of it being a snaking roller coaster with cul-de-sacs and diversions and switchbacks. And it's often when we step off the straight and narrow that we have the deepest and the best moments of our lives. Steve Jobs famously said that you can't connect the dots looking forward, you can only connect them looking backwards. So stop looking for your life to look like a train line and embrace it looking like silly string. Look for your purpose along the way and have fun. So your One Thing Thursday is this: love planning, but don't love your plan. Dump it the minute it doesn't fit and think of a new one. But don't make that one any more of a judgment of your worth than the one before it. A plan is just something you follow until your real life turns up. Have a great month. And if you think you could do with any kind of help in terms of making your life more fun to live and for you to be the person you want to be, then there are lots of Quest cognitive hypnotherapists waiting to help you on our website. And there's tons of resources, interesting articles, just loads of stuff on our MyQuest hub on the Kuchpa website, details of which are here. And yes, I did forget to say this at the end of the video.